If you're watching this video, you might be feeling tired, disappointed, or even hopeless with all the challenges in life that keep coming non-stop. I know it feels so heavy when you've tried your hardest, but the results still haven't shown. It's like walking through a dark tunnel without knowing when the light at the end will appear. But don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us have felt the same way. In this video, I'll discuss the signs that your tough challenges might almost be over. So, don't go anywhere. Watch until the end, because this might be the message you need to keep going. Let's start this journey together. Prepare your heart and mind, because after watching this, you might feel lighter and more motivated. Trials will never exceed your ability. Friends, have you ever felt that the challenges you're facing are too heavy? As if you've reached your limit and you don't know what to do anymore? But did you know? God is most just. He will never give trials beyond the ability of His servants. If you are facing a heavy challenge, it means God knows you have the strength to overcome it. Imagine a sports coach. They only give challenges that match their students' capabilities, aiming to make them stronger. Life works the same way. The challenges you face are God's way of training you to become more resilient, more patient, and wiser. So, if life feels heavy right now, it's actually God's recognition of your strength. Believe me, you are stronger than you think. Never give up, because within every trial, there's a valuable lesson. And more importantly, every trial will eventually end. Just a little longer, friends. All you need to do is hold on. Learning from pain and wisdom. Friends, there's something we need to understand about pain and trials. Sometimes, what seems painful at first can become the most valuable source of lessons in our lives. Have you ever heard a quote from Rumi, the Sufi poet? He said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." This means that through pain and trials, we are given the chance to grow, learn, and find new light in life. I know it's not easy to see the good in something that hurts, but try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger, more patient, or wiser? As Oprah Winfrey once said, turn your wounds into wisdom. Make every trial a stepping stone to becoming the best version of yourself. So, if you start to see the silver lining in what's happened, and you begin to take valuable lessons from these trials, that's a sign you're growing. And this growth is a big step toward the end of your challenging journey. Remember, wounds are not meant to destroy you, but to shape you into someone stronger. Don't be afraid to learn from the pain, because that's where your strength is born. Unexpected help. Have you ever felt like giving up, only for something unexpected to come to your aid? Maybe it's a friend you never anticipated offering help, an idea emerging amidst confusion, or a situation suddenly turning for the better. Believe me, that's not a coincidence. Help that arrives from unexpected places is a sign that the universe, or even God, is beginning to open a way out for you. Sometimes, we feel alone in facing challenges, but in reality, there are many forces beyond our control working to assist us. Whether it's people around us, situations suddenly shifting, or even small bursts of inspiration coming just as we're about to give up. What you need to do is open your heart and mind to receive that help. Don't overlook the small things that may seem trivial, because they could be the very solution you've been seeking for so long. So, if you've recently noticed help arriving from unexpected places, take it as a sign that your trials may be nearing their end. Don't hesitate to move forward and seize the opportunities that come your way. Closeness to God or yourself. Friends, have you ever felt that in your hardest moments, you begin to discover something you've long forgotten? Whether it's a deeper connection with God or even with yourself, the lowest points in life are often moments for introspection. That's when we start asking, what is the purpose of my life? What am I truly seeking? In those moments, we often realize that the greatest answers lie in our closeness to the Creator or in understanding ourselves. When you find yourself praying more often, reflecting deeply, or feeling a sense of peace as you draw closer to God, it's a sign you're being given strength to endure. God wants you to know you're not alone. But it's not just about God. Closeness to yourself is equally important. When you start being honest with your feelings, accepting your flaws, and embracing who you truly are, it's a sign that you're growing from within. That's the beginning of real strength. Remember, sometimes trials are given to remind us of what truly matters, and the closer you feel to God or to yourself, it's a sign that this test is nearing its end. Keep holding on to your faith and never hesitate to introspect, because in those moments, you'll find the strength to persevere and move forward. Focus on what you can control. Friends, there are times in life when everything feels out of control. We get stressed, confused, and even frustrated. But do you know? One of the keys to overcoming life's challenges is to focus on the things you can control. As Stephen Covey said, Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Don't waste your energy on things beyond your reach, like the past, others' opinions, or uncertain outcomes. Instead, concentrate on what you can do right now. For example, if you're facing a big problem, think about the small steps you can take today. Maybe it's creating a plan, seeking help, or simply taking time to rest and clear your mind. When you focus on what you can control, you'll feel more empowered. You'll start noticing small changes that make a big difference in your life. So, if you've begun to let go of complaints about things outside your control, that's a sign you're growing more mature. And it's also a sign that this tough trial might be nearing its end. Remember, the biggest storms often come right before the skies clear. Focus on the small steps you can take today, because they will bring you closer to the light ahead. Practical steps. Friends, it's time to take action. Life's challenges may feel heavy, but the small steps you take today can lead to big changes in the future. Let's start with a few practical steps. Grab a piece of paper, a journal, or open a note on your phone and try doing this together. 1. Write down 3 small things you're grateful for today. For example, I'm able to wake up this morning. I have friends who support me. Or, I still have food on the table. Gratitude helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life. 2. Decide on one small step to address the problem you're facing. This step doesn't have to be big, just realistic and actionable. For instance, create a to-do list, seek advice from a friend, or simply take time to rest and clear your mind. 3. Take time for introspection or prayer. This is a way to connect with God and find strength within yourself. Sometimes, inner peace is exactly what we need to keep moving forward. Remember, these small steps may seem simple, but their impact can be extraordinary. Your life is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to a better direction. Conclusion. Friends, we've reached the end of this video. Remember, life's challenges never come without a purpose. Everything you're facing today, no matter how tough it feels, is part of the journey to make you stronger, wiser, and closer to God or yourself. The storm you're experiencing right now will eventually pass. After darkness, there is always light. Never hesitate to hold on just a little longer, because you're stronger than you think. Once again, you are not alone. Every small step you take, every struggle you endure, is bringing you closer to the end of this test. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. What small step will you take today to face life's challenges? See you in the next video. Stay strong, keep fighting, and remember, after the rain, there's always a rainbow.